Armageddon at Drawbridge Gate, Campaign HQ Update, Week 3, Empiric Distortion. Awaken. 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 Brain self. Awaken. Brain self, connect to other brain selves. Connect to eye selves and ear selves and digest selves. Biomass sensation. 2 large rocks. Empiric distortion fields limit ocular reports from eye selves. Existing eye selves converge on rocks holding biomass. Wait for eye selves overflight. Eye selves watch, look, and respond. Paired rocks show multiple types of ambulatory and defense-evolved biomass. Typologies referenced from brain self. Non-chitinous bipedal forms. Usual typologies may be linked to the other brain, dead brain, that projects strongest empiric beacon. Eye selves display topographical overview with primary biomass markers now. Eye selves display wing selves, eye selves, overflight of ambulatory biomass nests for attack vector calculation. Eye selves display brain stills of ambulatory defense biomass and habitat with defensive actions underway. Ambulatory defensive biomass linked to other brain, dead brain beacon control primary location of ambulatory biomass on larger rock. Ambulatory defensive biomass that reject other brain, dead brain, brain beacon brain engaged as primary competitors for larger rock. Landing zone for biomass transport controlled by ambulatory defensive biomass that reject other brain, dead brain, beacon brain. Majority of bioforms include simple ambulatory drones and their mobile metal defensive shells, as well as advanced ambulatory drones with ceramic metal amalgam personal carapace. Recommend consumption strategy of projecting self-brain impulses to heighten existing empiric distortion patterns to limit ambulatory defensive biomass reaction ability. Focus primary consumption efforts on smaller rock where less biomass defense is masked. Note, secondary reports from eye selves completed. Catalog of advanced ambulatory biomass defensive groupings completed. Best targets for consumption identified. Notable weaknesses acquired through bioform damage. Biomass typology, Phobos. Self-designation, Lieutenant Loris. Battle scar, crippling damage. Biomass typology, stormtroopers. Self-designation, the second cousins. Battle scar, mark of shame. Biomass typology, shock troops. Self-designation, K3VI-N's guard. Battle scar, fatigued. Biomass typology, command squad. Self-designation, Lassart Sin. Battle scar, crippling damage. Biomass typology, shock troops. Biomass self-designation, 317th 2nd Platoon. Battle scar, fatigued. Biomass typology, missile team. Biomass self-designation, the Rocket Rascals. Battle Scar, disgraced. Biomass typology, Text Priest. Biomass self-designation, Techaburton. Battle Scar, Deep Scars. Biomass typology, Battle Tank. Biomass self-designation, the War Bear. Battle Scar, Deep Scars. Biomass typology, Farseer Rider. Biomass self-designation, Not Voiced. Battle Scar, Battle Weary. Biomass typology, Wraith Knight. Biomass self-designation, Warp Reaver. Battle Scar, Crippling Damage. Biomass typology, Hemlock Wraith Fighter. Biomass self-designation, Screaming Death. Battle Scar, Mark of Shame. Self-typology, Self. Battle Scar, Disgraced. Best targets for consumption identified. Distinctive emergent adaptations. Biomass typology, Support. Biomass self-designation, Squad Olympos. Battle trait, Fortune's Favored. Biomass typology, Hellblasters. Biomass self-designation, Squad Elikim. Battle trait, Stalwarts. Biomass typology, Command. Biomass self-designation, Captain Semyon. Battle trait, Warp Hunters. Biomass typology, Dreadnought. Biomass self-designation, Brother Samson. Battle trait, Extra Armor. Biomass typology, Rapid Assault. Biomass self-designation, Kill Team Thiad. Battle trait, Adaptive Camouflage. Biomass typology, Incursion. Biomass self-designation, Kill Team Caden. Battle trait, Warp Hunters. Biomass typology, Command. Biomass self-designation, Lieutenant Laris. Battle trait, Foot Sloggers. Biomass typology, Purification Squad. Biomass self-designation, Holy Divers. Battle trait, Foot Sloggers. Biomass typology, Terminators. Biomass self-designation, 2-second fuse. Battle trait, Adaptive Camouflage. Biomass typology, Death Shroud. Biomass self-designation, Team Ebola. Battle trait, Warp Hardened Veterans. Biomass typology, Lord. Biomass self-designation, Flavius the Insatiable. Battle trait, Brutal Melee Weapon. Eye Selves Damage, Memory Compromised. Biomass typology, Engineers. Biomass self-designation, Fear the Doom Roomba. Battle trait, Adaptive Camouflage. Biomass typology, Shock Troops. Biomass self-designation, K3VI-N's Guard. Battle trait, Stalwarts. Biomass typology, Tech Priest Engine Seer. Biomass self-designation, Overseer Mikhail. Battle trait, Warp Hardened Veterans. Biomass typology, Krieg Squad. Biomass self-designation, Ravens Nevermore. Battle trait, Adaptive Camouflage. Eye Selves Damaged, Memory Compromised. Biomass typology, Shock Troops. Biomass self-designation, Second Cousins. Battle trait, Fortune's Favored. Biomass technology, Vanquish or Take. Biomass self-designation, Nadalia's Fist. Battle trait, Precise Las Cannon. Biomass typology, Exterminator Tank. Biomass self-designation, Contrition's Hammer. Battle trait, Finely Balanced Turret. Biomass typology, Armored Car. Biomass self-designation, the Iron Boar. Battle trait, Endless Rage. Biomass typology, Wraith Knight. Biomass self-designation, Warp Reaver. Battle trait, Endless Rage. Biomass typology, Wraith Knight. Biomass self-designation, Cleaving Doom. Battle trait, Warding Inscriptions. Biomass typology, Chronomancer. Biomass self-determination, Odek the Eternal. Battle trait, Footsloggers. Self-typology, Self, Stalwarts. Self-typology, Self, Battle trait, Juggernaut. Self-typology, Self, Battle trait, Footsloggers. Self-typology, Self, Battle trait, Heirloom Melee Weapon. Self-typology, Self, Battle trait, Warp-Hardened Veterans. Self-typology, Self, Battle trait, Scryer's Gaze. Self-typology, Self, Battle trait, Warp Terrors. Orbit cycle of sun exposure, subsequent quartet. Objectives of swarm selves matches objectives of ambulatory defensive biomass of all typologies. Utilize barriers of synapse energy, controlled or uncontrolled, to parse battle spaces to advantage. Deploy scout organisms to affect battlefields. Be wary of uncontrolled synapse space projections assaulting swarm selves. Following fragments of vocalizations observed amongst ambulatory defensive biomass may contain information of use. Consider via brain cells. Mission, Empiric Distortion, page 116. Hellscape, Fractured Realm. Unbound Adversaries, per mission. Use Tyranid or Tyranid-looking models for all battles, not including Tyranids or Cheese Teal Occult. For those battles, utilize Demon or Demon-looking models. If you don't have either, then Proxy is perfectly fine. Warp Servage Anomaly, per mission. Victor Bonus, per mission. Mission Objectives and Deployment, per mission. Vocalization of fragments complete. Proceed. Complete consumption of all biomass.
All right, thanks everybody. This is a fun change, hopefully. Thanks again to everyone. Have fun out there. Invite new players in, please. Don't forget to submit battle results to the submission link in the post at redonesgofaster.com. You know where I'm at. The photos were way better this week. Definitely get more action close-ups with terrain behind rather than top-down shots of the whole battlefield. Check out Tech Priest from Jake from the Battle Scars section for one of the best examples of how a simple backdrop can make photos at home more awesome. And remember, I'm going to do these all in landscape, so take the photos landscape if possible. I know it's a lot to ask, but it helps me make these videos a lot easier. Know there were a lot of rolls for upgrades, so again, trust I rolled them, please, rather than tripling the length of this video. If I missed anything, know that I'm doing a new submission format, so watch for that. There'll be a new form for battle results and a separate one for submitting every scar or trait. Huge thanks to Doug E for his Lurker in Dreams Neurolictor to be the narrator for this week. It's a fun voice to do. Maybe for a fun and different way to do the update from a Tyranid point of view. And others, please submit yours by DMing me the image. I want to do a different one every week to highlight everybody's army. As always, stay tuned to this space for the next Campaign HQ updates.